Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Salla here. It's a new season. We are entering the autumn or fall, whatever you want to call it. So that means I have created a new kit for you all. It's available on my Ko-fi shop and I will link it down below. It's the same price as the previous one, which is €4. So a little bit over $4, I believe, in US currency. But yeah, it's another big kit. This one has 42 pages, 8 pages of fussy cuts, 5 pages of pockets, then 5 pages of all sorts of tags and these mini bookmarks and also some journal cards. And then I included total of 24 sheets of background papers. The kit is suitable for all sorts of paper crafting. It is a printable, so you have to print it yourself. Nothing will be shipped to you, so it's just a digital PDF that you will get when you buy this. But like I said, it's suitable for everyone. I have tried to keep in mind the card makers, but also the junk journalers. I think this would be great for folios, maybe happy mail projects. I don't know. You tell me what you would use these for. But I thought we would do a small flip through today, and on Friday I will be crafting with this. So let's start with my favorite part of all kits, always, which is the fussy cuts. Of course, if you are not a fussy cutter, if you want to use your own ephemera, you can not just print these. Just don't print it. If you are a card maker and you don't need the pockets, leave the pockets out. It's your decision what you want to print. I have scattered some fussy cut pieces all over the pages simply because I hate to leave any empty space, because I feel like that's basically a waste of paper. So there's not a lot of empty space in my kits. But yeah, let's start with this one. I have included a lot of pumpkins, some jam, cozy sweaters, some I'm not actually sure if these are hot or cold drinks. I think they are hot, and I see these as sugar cubes. I hope they use those in other countries as well, not just us. But yep. Then on the next page we have partially the same things, but also more some autumn leaves, obviously rubber boots, and some really cute animals. There will be an additional freebie for this kit once I get it designed, but for now this is all I've got here on my desk. But I will include some more some more of the animals on that one. So a few little foxes here. It's a mix. This is called the Cozy Autumn Mix. That's why it's not cohesive. I have included different styles. Some of it is this kind of like, I would even call this like a watercolor style, but I also have some more like children's book illustrations kind of things. So I wanted there to be something for everyone. That's the reason. And I personally like to craft with all sorts of different things. So that's the reason behind all of this craziness. But yeah, like this is more of like bright colors and so on. So of course, I had to use some butterflies. The layers on these are designed so that you can either cut just the butterfly out and leave the background, or you can cut all around this piece and have the leaf, for example, as well. I also included some really like vague background images here. So most of the things are lined so that they have a small white border, but not all of them. Like in here, you don't have the borders, you just have the shapes. This time I included some sentiments that you have already probably been seeing there. But I also included a lot of these plain tags or labels, whatever you want to call them. It's so that you can stamp your own sentiments or whatnot on them. You could like hand letter them or just write something on them. You can also just use these as an additional layer on your collages. So let's say you take a small pumpkin and you put it here. So it's up to you how you want to use this. I also included some of the postage stamps. They were more illustrated on the previous pages, but here you have some big, beautiful ones that you can just use with your own decorations, or you could just use these as they are. Then I know not everyone is into making their own clusters, so I wanted to include some things that look like clusters, that look like they are already layered. So here we have some doily patterns. Oh, what I forgot to mention is this kit is available in both A4 and US letter size version. However, I designed this first as an A4 version, which is what I use here. So there are some differences in the US version. The size might be a little bit different, or yes, I think it's mostly the size, because I don't think this time around that I included anything else in the US kit. I just resized some things. I hope that makes sense. Then let's take a look at the pockets. Same thing here. I think I kept all of these quite plain so that you can decorate them to your own style. But there are also small pockets like these where you can just leave it plain. I think these are decorative as they are. There are also some labels and words here that you can use for decorating these. All sorts of styles and patterns. I wanted to give you as much of a variety as I could. Some of these are really mixed media inspired, like these, and I feel like these colors that I've used on this page, for example, are very much like early 2000s, like if you buy a scrapbooking or card making book from the 90s or early 2000s, it's probably going to have this color palette, which I think is fun because I was born in the 90s, so it's a bit retro for me. But this is what I meant. I didn't want to leave too many empty spots on the pages, so that's why I did this filling up thing that I usually do. If you don't want to use this, just don't use this. For the most part, the pockets that I included are smaller ones, which makes them perfect for like smaller things, like smaller journals, but I also included just a few bigger ones. This kit is okay for making things to sell. Like if you want to make a journal or a card to sell, it's okay to use this kit. This is not okay for resale as a kit, so you cannot print this kit and sell it forward, or just sell the digital version to somebody else, or just buy the kit yourself and share it with 10 of your friends. That's sadly not okay. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. So if you want to make journals for sale, this is okay for that as well. So here are the smaller bookmarks that I included. There are also all sorts of tags. I tried my best to leave out all the crazy things because I use AI for at least partially making these sets. So sometimes it becomes a bit weird. Hold on. I will have to take a look at my camera to see what you see. Yeah. So these stamps, they look a bit odd. If that bothers you, you can always cover it up. And honestly, I try my best not to include too many things that I have to say that about. I don't like my products to have things that people have to cover when they use these. This is not why I designed the kits. So like I said, these look a little bit odd. But for me personally, this wasn't something that bothered me. If it bothers you, you can cover them, and I will provide some ideas for that. I think I already said it. I'm going live on Friday here on YouTube. I think around 5 p.m. my time. I will schedule that so that you can go to my channel and to the live tab so that you can see the pre-scheduled live and find out what it is or when it is your time. So yeah, more of these fun tags. I just love the look of layered items, although they are not. That's the fun part of these. Of course, you can add your own layers, but I try to make things as easy for somebody as I can that just wants to cut out the tags and use them as they are. But of course, add your own layers if you wish. Like example here, this doesn't need much, just use some sort of pumpkin or something, or cute animal on top of that. But yes, you can see the mixed media vibe on these as well. Here I also went for maybe a little bit even jelly printed way of doing things, like these 3 here, for example. Some of these I have decorated. Some of these are really plain so that you can do completely your own thing. Some of these even have lines that you can write something on. So up to you. Here I have the pages. I have designed these to be vertical, but not all of them are like, I don't know. You can use this page, for example. You can use it like this, or you can use it like this. So the orientation is more like up to you, and that also opens more doors to the project where you can use this, because you don't have to worry about the orientation too much. But yes, some of these, like perhaps this page as well, at least for the most part, is designed to be horizontal. And this too. In my previous kit, somebody said that they really enjoyed the collaged pages, so this time around I have included more of those. When I thought about the theme for this kit, I thought, of course, Cozy Autumn. And for me, that means kind of like maybe quilts. So I included some plaids in the background. I think that was fun. Of course, hot drinks, cozy sweaters, you know, all that. But I don't know. I'm really pleased with how this kit turned out to be. I hope you are too. I know not everyone can afford. I think I sell my kits at a reasonable price. Like, I don't think €4 for a kit this size is a lot of money. But I also get that not everyone can afford even that. Money is tight sometimes. I know that. I've been there. So that's why I also want to provide some freebies for this same kit. They will not be pieces of this kit. So they will be different. That's also something to keep in mind. But yes, many of the pages you can use however you want to. The orientation isn't really tied to the page. So, and I also wanted to include some kind of like slow stitched elements. I know many people don't have the patience for slow stitching, but might still enjoy the look. So I thought that was a fun addition to this version. Also some slow stitching on papers. Definitely like mixed media, really scrappy. I didn't do really any, how would I put it, like scenes on these pages. They are something you don't have to think about too much when you use them, like, can I cover this with a pocket, or is it okay to add a piece of paper here so that I can write on it or something like that. So I just wanted to create a kit that you don't have to be too fussy about. Then about this page, I personally love fleur-de-lis. As you can see, I included 2 of them. I think at least 2 of them. Yeah, 2. You could also fussy cut these out if you want to use them for decorating. And then there's just a patterned version of it. It's not perfectly like straight. The lines are not perfectly straight. That's because I was going for hand painted vintage old, like, I don't know, patterns, you know. I also wanted to include a little bit more modern elements. So if you have kids, for example, that you want to make some fall cards for, this would be perfect page for that. I know I have 2. I think they would enjoy that. And also some geometric patterns in, I would call these funky colors. These are like 60s, 70s, I don't know. But I think these are fun. And also some more mixed media vibe coming up your way right here. Let's see. We only have a few pages left of the kit. Please let me know what you think. Is this your style? If not, what would you like to see? Are you doing fall crafts or autumn crafts at all? Are you just preparing for Christmas? Let me know. I'm also looking for some ideas in, or for the, come on, what's it called? Christmas season, so I'm all ears. Here are 2 of these plainer pages. I included these so that you could have some pages that are actually plain enough so that you can write on them. So these, if you're looking for something you can pack the tags with or something like that, these are probably your best chance in doing that. Whoa, that was quite a few pages, let me tell you. So, like I said, there are 42 pages in this kit, and I hope I managed to include something for everyone. Thank you for watching this video today. I hope I will see you on Friday around 5 p.m. my time. I will pre-schedule the live so that you can see easily what that is in your time, but let me think really hard. I think it's 9 a.m. Central US time, so yes, must be something like that. Anywho, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope I will see you Friday. If you are not up for lives, I hope I will see you in my next pre-recorded video. Bye bye!